I never imagined I'd become the kind of man who checks his wife's location history. I used to believe trust was sacred, something that either existed or didn't. But trust doesn't vanish all at once. It fades quietly, like paint peeling off a wall you never noticed aging. My name's Daniel. Rachel and I had been married for 6 years, together for nearly a decade. We were college sweethearts who did everything right. The house in the suburbs, the golden retriever, the weekend coffee runs. To everyone else, we were the couple that had it all figured out. But behind closed doors, the silence between us grew louder each day. Somewhere along the way, she stopped seeing me, really seeing me. The warmth in her eyes turned into polite indifference. Our laughter faded into small talk. She'd sit on the couch for hours, scrolling on her phone, smiling at something, or someone I wasn't part of. I told myself not to pry, not to become the jealous husband. Then one evening at dinner, her phone buzzed. She giggled, her face lit up. "It's just Jake from work," she said, brushing it off like it was nothing. I smiled, but something in my gut twisted. I'd never heard of Jake before. From then on, she started dressing differently. Nicer clothes, heavier perfume, brighter lipstick. "Just for confidence," she'd say when I asked. But she was glowing for someone. And I was starting to realize it wasn't me. The distance between us stretched until it felt like two strangers sharing a roof. Every attempt I made to talk was met with irritation. "You're imagining things," she snapped once. "Stop being so sensitive." That sentence burned. One Friday, she told me her office team was going out for drinks after work. I nodded and said, "Have fun," pretending I didn't care. But by 9 p.m., when she still hadn't replied to my text, something inside me cracked. Against every instinct, I opened Find My iPhone. Her location wasn't anywhere near her office. It was at a restaurant, our restaurant, the one we used to visit for anniversaries. For 20 minutes, I sat staring at the screen, my heart hammering. I could stay home and play the trusting husband, or I could face the truth. I chose the truth. The restaurant smelled the same as always: grilled steak, red wine, faint candlelight. I scanned the room, and there she was. Rachel, sitting at a corner table, laughing. Across from her sat a man, sharply dressed, confident. Jake, I assumed. She was radiant, the way she used to be with me. My chest tightened. I walked up quietly and placed my hand on the table. "Rachel." Her laughter died instantly. "Daniel," she whispered, eyes wide. "What are you doing here?" "I could ask you the same thing," I said evenly. Jake looked caught off guard. Maybe I should." "Stay," I said, cutting him off. "If we're going to be honest tonight, let's do it properly." Rachel's voice trembled. "It's not what it looks like." "Oh, I think it's exactly what it looks like," I said. "You're out here with another man while I sit at home wondering why my wife doesn't look me in the eye anymore." She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. The silence between us said more than words ever could. I turned to Jake. "You didn't know she was married, did you?" He hesitated. "She said things were complicated." I gave a bitter smile. "That's one word for it." Then to Rachel I said quietly, "Enjoy your dinner. I won't be home when you get back." And I walked away. I drove without direction, ending up by the beach. The waves roared softly under the night sky as I sat in the car, staring at nothing. I thought about the years we spent building a life, all the promises, all the laughter, and how easily it could all fall apart. There were no tears, just a deep, hollow ache. At midnight, my phone buzzed. "Rachel." I ignored it. A few minutes later, another text. "I made a mistake. Please come home." I turned my phone over and watched the horizon lighten until morning. When I got home, she was waiting on the porch. Her eyes were red, her voice fragile. "Daniel, please. It wasn't supposed to go that far. I just wanted attention. You've been so distant." I almost laughed at the irony. "You wanted attention, so you went looking for it in someone else? Did it make you feel alive again?" Tears streamed down her face. "I thought you stopped caring." "I cared," I said quietly. "But caring doesn't mean accepting betrayal." She broke down completely, begging, promising to quit her job, to end it with him, to do whatever it took. But I'd crossed the point of no return. Some wounds don't heal with apologies, they just scar over. As I packed a bag, she followed me from room to room. When I reached the door, she said the line that still echoes in my mind. "Don't throw this away over one mistake." I looked at her and said, You threw it away the moment you shared your laughter with someone else. Her face crumpled, and for a brief second I didn't recognize her, or myself. Then I left. My new apartment downtown was small and empty. That first night was brutal. No sounds, no warmth, no familiar voice saying goodnight. But over time the silence stopped hurting. It started feeling like peace. Because peace isn't about having someone next to you. It's about knowing you can close your eyes without wondering where they are. 2 weeks later, she came by with a letter. She said she didn't expect forgiveness, only understanding. The letter was filled with regret and what-ifs, but one line stood out. I didn't realize what love was until I lost it. I folded the paper and said, sometimes losing something is the only way to see what it truly was. She nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks, then turned and walked away. I didn't hate her. Hate requires energy, and I'd spent enough of mine trying to save something already gone. Instead, I focused on rebuilding myself, the version of me that existed before the lies. Months later, a friend mentioned Rachel had quit her job and started therapy. I silently wished her well. She once asked if I'd ever take her back. I told her the truth. Forgiveness isn't the same as return, it's release. Now, whenever I pass that old restaurant, I don't feel anger anymore. Just a quiet gratitude. Because that night, the night she betrayed me, wasn't my ending. It was my beginning. Sometimes the universe doesn't take people from you to hurt you. It takes them away so you can finally be free.